Welcome to Foxy News. Zelensky to address Congress as US pledged $800 million in military aid. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to make a final address to the US Congress on Wednesday. Mr. Zelensky is expected to reiterate his plea for a no-fly zone, increasing pressures on the US and its allies. The address comes as US President Joe Biden is set to announce an additional $800 million, £612 million in military assistance to Ukraine. The money will go towards anti-armed anti-aircraft weapons such as Stingers and Javelins, US media report. The funding is covered a spending bill on a humanitarian, defensive and economic assistance to Ukraine that was approved by Congress last week. Signing the bill on Tuesday, Mr. Biden said the Russian President Vladimir Putin attack on Ukraine had united people across the world. In the past year, the Biden administration has approved $1.2 billion in weapons for the country, including Mi-17 helicopters, patrol boats, and small arms such as grenade launchers and machine guns, the New York Times report. Mr. Zelensky has repeatedly called on NATO to impose a no-fly zone over his country's airspace, but NATO has refused. A no-fly zone over Ukraine would mean that NATO forces would have to engage directly with any Russian planes spotted in those skies on shoot as deemed necessary. In addition to a no-fly zone, the Ukrainian president has also asked the US and the EU for Polish MiG-29 fighter jets, but this has been rejected by Mr. Biden over fear this would pull NATO members into the fair. Mr. Biden is set to travel to Brussels next week to meet NATO allies and participate in a summit of European Union leaders. The US President will discuss ongoing restraint on our defense efforts to reaffirm his country's commitment to the NATO allies, White House repairs. Secretary Jen Psaki has said on Tuesday the Prime Minister of Poland, Slovenia,